Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Heather. I'm a homeschooling mom of 3 kids, elementary, middle, and high school age. Today I am going to be doing a weekly plan with me. This is going to be outside of my homeschool planning. This is everything else that I try to plan for during the week. I did this last month and it was a lot of fun, so I wanted to do another one. Now, last month when I shared, I tried to do a weekly / daily plan with me. It was way too long, so this time I am just going to do a weekly plan with me, and then I will also do another week of daily plan with me's. I still haven't figured out how I'm going to frame that, so look for that video coming up soon. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn the camera around and I will share with you everything that I do to plan out my week. So let's get started. Okay guys, so this is typically what I am looking at when I am doing my weekly planning. I am looking at my life planner. This is an Erin Condren life planner. It is a vertical weekly planner. I have been using this style of planning, weekly planning, for years and years, since 2013 or 2014. It's been a long time. But this next year, I actually purchased the Passionate Penny Pincher home planner, and that looks like this. It actually looks like this one. This is the Passionate Penny Pincher home planner that I purchased for 2023. Obviously, well, I don't know, the pages that printed might be just about the same size, even though this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So when I bought the home planner, it did come with the last quarter printables of 2022, which I really appreciate because I don't know what I'm going to do with this planner. So I got it because I wanted to have a home planner for these checklists, for these weekly projects, for these weekly tasks, because I have this major desire to focus on my home and home management for 2023, as well as budgeting. I wanted something that I could manage my home and budget in the same planner. Now, I knew that it had these weekly spreads when I bought it, obviously, because there are different tasks that you go through each day, and there are habits that you want to do for the morning and the afternoon, plus the weekly projects. All of that stuff I'm really excited about. But what I don't know what to do with are these days. Now, today I'm doing a weekly plan with me. That is my goal, but it is going to be a lot of talking back and forth because I'm going to try and plan my week here instead of in my life planner. So I haven't quite figured out how to manage that yet, because obviously this is a vertical planner, this is a horizontal planner. So the spacing is already a little bit different. There is no space on here for me to jot down about my health and wellness, which is what I have been using this bottom section for here. But is that necessary? Not, I don't know. I mean, I've really been trying to track things, but if I go to just using a daily planner, perhaps I can use one of the notes pages that are in the daily planner. Guys, it's a struggle for me. Okay, so what I want to do is plan out my week on these pieces of paper. I will most likely move a lot of it back into here because I will still be using my week at a glance, and this is just 2 sheets of paper. But I did want to try and plan out a week and see how it would go. So the first thing I want to do is make a note of what the weekly project is. So this week's project is organize the home office space. And like every single other week, I think I mentioned this once before, since I started printing out this last quarter, which was the beginning of October, was when I first got this. Every weekly project that is listed has been one that has been on my radar for the week ahead. So here we are on Sunday, November 6th. I'm planning out my week, which I plan Monday through Sunday. So that's another issue that I haven't quite wrapped my head around yet, but my plan for the week was to focus on my home office. I want to go through some old planner things. I want to go through my books again. I really have been trying to pare down on some of my books, consolidate some of the notebooks and journals that I have. Mainly if they are used up, I need to either put them in a box in the basement with the rest of my journals or get rid of them depending on what kind of a journal it is. So organize the home office space is already on my radar for this week, which is good. Now, these weekly tasks that they have listed for each day, I haven't quite figured out what to do with those because I'm really just not sure. So it has make a menu plan, grocery shop, and clean out your purse on Sunday. I am very minimalist with my purse. I only have my bank cards and my license and chapstick in it. So I don't have a lot to clean out from there. I might have like some tissues maybe, but it's just like a teeny tiny crossbody, and so I don't need to clean out my purse weekly. Making a menu plan and grocery shopping. Sometimes, so years ago, I used to go grocery shopping every Sunday morning at 7 a.m. before we went to church. I would just get up and go grocery shopping. I have not done that in the past several years. My grocery shopping got all out of whack after 2020. Or during 2020, I'm sure everybody's did. But so I have not gotten back to a Sunday grocery shopping. I know that tomorrow I am actually going to go to the grocery store. So I have a pencil. I'm not even using any pretty pens or anything, but I do know that tomorrow, this is going to take some getting used to because I am automatically going to think this is Monday, and that's going to cause me many an issue as I go throughout the year if I turn this into my weekly at-a-glance planner. Oh guys, it's going to be a struggle. Okay, so Monday, November 7th, I need to go to the post office to mail some bills and get stamps. I need to go to the grocery store. I already have a list. I am doing some food prep today and most likely tomorrow. I did a little bit today, but I think the bulk of it will be Monday. I also need to go to the library to pick up some books that we got. Jack requested, and I think that everybody wants to do NaNoWriMo down there. They really want to go to the coffee shop, but they are not open on Monday, so I think we will take the computers and do NaNoWriMo at the library. If I do that in the morning, it's not going to leave a whole lot of time for homeschool. This is actually a relatively slow week for us because Emma only has band on Tuesday this week, which is really nice. I don't know how to schedule that on here. Like if I should have another little section, like obviously these look like to-dos to me, but I guess they could also be to-goes or errands. So some of these sections that I am used to in my Erin Condren Life Planner obviously are not available here. I don't do a ton of meal planning, and actually, let me see. I need to get out the little key of what everything means. Okay, so this is for plan dinner each day, and then list one thing you're grateful for and keep track of how much money you've actually spent throughout the day. I probably will not fill out these sections at the moment. Monday, post office, homeschool, grocery store, library, and NaNoWriMo. I also need to do food prep. What my plan for food prep was, let's see, breakfast casserole. I made bread today, so I could make breakfast casserole tomorrow. Super easy, and we have a ton of eggs, so it makes sense. I just need to put that together. Zuppa Toscana soup because I have some sausage in the fridge, and then I also wanted to make sausage stuffing for squash. I make like a baked stuffed squash. I don't actually need to make the sausage stuffing. I just need to brown the sausage and put it in the refrigerator. And then I just need to prep the veg for the week. Don't think I have anything else. On Tuesday, Emma does have band. I guess I'm just going to maybe put it over here with election day. And we do have to go vote. I always take my kids to vote. I've been doing that since Emma was like 6 weeks old. I think the first election, or maybe a month old, the first election that I voted in was the June election, right after her birthday, right after she was born in May. So I took her to vote, and I have done that. I vote in every single election. I think there's only been 2 that I have missed due to being sick, and they were not major ones. They were local ones, which are still very important. You should be, performing your civic duty. Obviously, this is going to be up after Election Day. So I hope you voted. I hope that things went well in your voting district. Okay, what else do I have going on for Tuesday? There are these weekly tasks here. I'm not doing the Bible reading plan right now. Vacuuming the house, I have to vacuum pretty much every day anyways, so I will write vacuum here. My kids, Emma and Jack, switch off from vacuuming, but Jack will do it Tuesday since Emma has band. All right, cleaning out the fridge. Okay, so this to me should maybe not be on a Tuesday if I'm doing my meal plan and food prep on Sunday, Monday. Let me see. All right, so they don't have clean out the fridge any other time, but I think what I will do is I might actually just move this to Sunday. So I try and clean out my fridge weekly anyways. I try and do that before I go grocery shopping, just so that I have room for everything to be put into the fridge. And especially if I do food prep after grocery shopping, I need to make sure that I have a clean space. So I'm gonna cross this out because I know that that's not going to happen. Mopping the floors, I don't know if I'm going to have enough time between band and going to vote and homeschool. I'm gonna put homeschool over here too. So this might be a little bit more challenging. Clean microwave and stovetop. I wipe down the stove pretty much every time I use it. I don't know if they mean is there like a deep cleaning thing? I'm not sure. Taking out all the trash is also something we do daily. So my focus on Tuesday is going to be this mopping the floors, but it's probably going to be in the afternoon. It looks like it's going to be a nice day on Tuesday. It's not going to be raining or anything. So I think that washing the floors will probably work for that day. Obviously, I don't have a ton of other stuff on the docket for Tuesday, and that is mainly because we are going to vote and we have band and homeschool. And I know that that's going to take a good chunk of time. I'm not sure when I'm going to go and vote, if I will go after band or if we will go before. I'm not sure. All right, so this says change towels in the bathrooms. In the upstairs bathrooms, I probably do that every couple of days. In the downstairs bathroom, I do this every day. It's not like a weekly task for me. It's probably because that is the bathroom that the kids use to wash their hands. So every time they're out playing with the chickens or doing chores or outside in the woods or whatever they're doing outside, they use that bathroom a lot. And so I'm always having to change that towel because it just gets wet. Restock the toilet paper. That is a good task. I tend to restock it when it's totally out, but restocking it weekly would probably relieve some stress when somebody's in the bathroom screaming for toilet paper. All right, so I'm going to put homeschool up here as well, and I will also rate it for Thursday and Friday. I think on Thursday, we're also going to try and go to the coffee shop in the morning. I know there's no public school on Friday. So cleaning the bathrooms, I think that we could probably do that. So what I'm doing is I am just writing the name of a kid that can complete some of these tasks. Lucy tends to do a lot of the dusting in the house. She wipes down the baseboards for me. She washes the lower windows with one of those Norwex cloths and a spray bottle of water, so that's helpful. She also wipes down the windowsills. She does vacuum sometimes. So I'm just trying to write down some of the things that my kids can do, because I just can't do all of these things, and it wouldn't be realistic for me to try and do all of these things while also homeschooling. These daily tasks I have not even figured out how I'm going to implement these, because some of them obviously make sense, like plan and prep dinner, but some are a little bit more challenging, like wiping down the kitchen sink. I wouldn't do that in the morning because I spend most of the morning still making food. And I think this makes more sense if you are, if your kids are out of the house during the day. Tidying the main living space in the morning doesn't really make sense for us. I mean, I guess if my kids left the house, then it would, but we tend to do that stuff in the evening. So I don't think some of these things are going to be applicable for me in the morning. So this is saying change the bedroom sheets, which means I need to wash all the sheets because we do not keep extra sheets in the house. So if I'm going to change the bedroom sheets, I need to wash all the sheets in the morning. Because I don't have a ton of stuff here, I think I'm probably going to end up doing laundry here. I don't do laundry every day. So the one load of laundry a day has never worked for me. And if I try and do the one load a day, there's always a day that I need something that I don't have. I'm not going to put anything else, especially if we're going to go to the coffee shop to get hot chocolate for the kids and the cousins, and also do NaNoWriMo writing. Friday is really going to be a full day of homeschool, and most likely like a big tidy of the house, because Saturday we go to the transfer station and bring our recycling, and there's a swap shop there if we have things that we want to donate, which we do sometimes. I actually really need to do something with my books too. When am I going to do that? I have some old ARCs of books from publishers that I've read in the past. I have reviewed books for many years, and so publishers will send me books to review, and I always feel weird about getting rid of those books. And now my library, I used to donate them to the library to put in their library sales or to put on their shelves, but they don't accept books anymore, which seems so silly to me as a library, but whatever. So I have to bring the books to Goodwill. So if I can pull the books on this day, if I'm only washing the sheets on Thursday, that's a good idea. And then this take out all the trash. Again, we do take out trash daily, but I feel like Friday is the big day. Oh, it's on for Friday too. Okay. So what we do is we just go around the house and fill up a bag and get rid of junk that we don't need. Oftentimes we consider it, each week, and then we will just end up getting rid of things. I will just go through and get rid of things, especially old drawings or crafts. I know that my kids are really very much pack rats and want to keep all of their creations. It's very hard for me to convince them to get rid of things, and so periodically, usually once a week, I try and go through and say, okay, is this something that you really want? If it is, we can keep it for a little bit longer. If it's something that you do want, but you're just kind of like about it, I will take a picture of it for them and send it to them on their phone so that they can have it as a little collage of their creations. The really important things, if they're small enough, I will put them in their memory boxes, and their memory boxes are a big project that we need to do probably come January. All right, I think that is about everything that I am going to be planning out for this week. I know it doesn't seem like that much, and it's in pencil, so you probably can't even see it that well, which I apologize for, but I did want to see how this would work, and I actually think that this helped prompt me for some of the different things, mainly because of these little lists on the side. Now, the big project for the week is organize the home office space, and you'll notice that I did not write anything about organizing the home office space on here. I will just fit this in the margins. If there is time tomorrow afternoon after we've done our homeschool and I've done all of our errands and stuff, and the kids are having their playtime or quiet time or whatever they're doing in the afternoon, I will work on getting stuff organized in here. The same thing with Tuesday. Tuesday doesn't have a lot because we have some things going on outside of the house, and so I don't plan a whole lot on this day. But if there is some extra time, you know, there's a lot that you can get done in like 15-20 minutes. On Friday, I try not to plan a lot of house related things. I mainly will do a little bit of cleaning. I do want the house to be tidy for the weekend so I don't have to spend all of Saturday cleaning, although recently that's how it has been because all of October we were gone every single weekend. We were never in the house, so I didn't get any of the things done that I normally do. So I will try and do, when I say big declutter, that's not true. I'm crossing out big because I don't want to mislead you. It is just going to be walking around with a bag and getting rid of junk that I see or that the kids see that they do not need. But I try to have this day be a pretty good homeschool day. It is also a day that we try and do more fun stuff like games and puzzles and, you know, activities that we don't typically do Monday through Thursday. Monday through Thursday are very heavy in academics, but Friday is usually a day that we can do more fun stuff, especially if Emma is not at band for the day. So that is my plan for Friday. And then Saturday, we do have to go to the transfer station. We will probably see the cousins at some point. We need to pull out the dryer and clean out the lint hose. I don't know what it's called. I also want to vacuum behind there. We have not pulled it out recently, and I definitely am a little concerned about what it's going to look like behind there. Also on Saturday, I'm trying to think if there are some bigger projects that I want to do. Yes, my focus for the second week in November, let me just see what it is. So my focus for the second week in November is to finish up our homeschool. So it's this week and then the following week, and then we have Thanksgiving. So I will be finishing up homeschool, just making sure that everything is done that needs to be. I don't need to write making sure homeschool is done. I need to write check homeschool and update Spanish grades for Emma, which I try and do weekly. And then what is the other thing? I do want to start working on my Christmas notebook. I have been using an Erin Condren notebook for Christmas planning for a while now, since 2015. It has all of our Christmas and holiday things in it, but that one is pretty worn out at this point. So I thought that I would use, this is just a little notebook from Simplified. I thought that I would write down stuff in here. I have to look at it and see if I like this. Otherwise, I will move into another Erin Condren notebook with just new yearly tabs on it. But I like to plan out all of my Thanksgiving and Christmas stuff, and I need to do that this weekend. Okay, so this is my week at a glance in the Passionate Penny Pincher Home Planner printouts for the last quarter of 2022. Obviously, I have nothing in Sunday because it is 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, and I'm just doing my planning for the day. I've already done all of my chore stuff and done all of that kind of stuff that I needed to do earlier today. I've already done most of my homeschool planning. I have a little bit more that I need to get on the schedule for next week. I think out of everything, the hardest part of this particular planner is the fact that it has a Sunday to Saturday week instead of a Monday to Sunday. And I'm not entirely sure how to make that work if I will just ignore these days in the calendar and then pretend it's Monday to Sunday. I wonder if anybody does that, because that is going to be definitely a challenge to me because I've been using a Monday start for my week for so long. I mean, maybe it won't be that big of a deal. Definitely it will be a little different. Okay, so that is my weekly planning, my plan with me for the week of November 6th. I am also going to be doing a week of daily plan with me's, which I did before. And that is going to start tomorrow on Monday the 7th. So I will take you through how I plan out my days as well. You know, every month is different. Every week is really different based on what's going on outside of the house and what other events we have that I have to deal with. If you use this planner, I would love to see how you use it. If you could leave me a comment and let me know what you do, I would love that. Like, do you have a section that you sort of block off for to go, or do you use these little check boxes as appointments? How do you manage that? Is this only for task lists and not for appointments or when you need to be out of the house? Yeah, how does that work for you? Please let me know. I guess I could also maybe put it over here. There is a little bit of space underneath the tasks for the day, for each day. Some of the days are there's a little bit less room, but maybe that would work too. Anyways, give me some suggestions. I am going to transfer this information into my life planner now, just so that I have everything at a glance how I need it to be. And yeah, so I'm going to do that and then we will wrap up the video. Okay, so this is my pretty messy week at a glance. I obviously don't have like a ton of stuff on here. I think I said that the last time too, because I do flesh out my plans a lot more in my daily planner when I am doing my daily planning each morning. And I also tend to brain dump stuff in the morning when I start going through what I have on the docket for the day. You know, as I'm getting ready for the day and just thinking about the things that I need to do, there are always more things. I also don't do any work planning in here. A long time ago, well, several years ago, I would use this bottom section for a to create, and that was for my website as well as content that I created for YouTube and other work-related tasks that I have. But I stopped using this section because now it was a little redundant, because I do actually have a work planner, so I don't need to write it here, but I do write it in my daily planner, work tasks that I have for the day. So I do like how this turned out. Again, I don't know how the Sunday start's going to go for me. Does anybody change this to a Monday start? I wonder if that was an option when I purchased the planner and I just didn't realize it. You know, that's always a possibility. But I do like fleshing it out here and actually writing it here. I'm still unsure what I'm going to do. If I'm going to continue to use this planner, which I bought in May for 18 months, so that it started in July and it goes through December 2023. I typically will use it just through June before I switch to a new planner, but I like to have all of the months at the end of the following year so that I can write appointments and stuff, since they are scheduled so far out in advance now. Still up in the air on what my plans are for planning in 2023. And then Nano is just my word count, where I'm at with my word count each day. I am participating in NaNoWriMo. I wasn't sure if I would or not. I am at a little over 10,000 words right now on November 6th, which is where I need to be on track for the 50,000 word goal for the end of November. So we'll see how it goes, but I do want to put that here. It's encouraging for me to see those numbers. Not a whole lot of stuff outside of the house this week, which is good because last week we were out every single day. It was very busy. So this week is going to be very homeschool heavy, and that is okay. I actually prefer those weeks, to be real honest. I would much prefer to be home doing homeschool and then having extra time to do other things. So that is where we are for the week of the 7th. I know I said the week of the 6th earlier, but because this says the week of the 6th, but really my plan is for the week of the 7th. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and I will see you in the next one. Thanks guys, bye.